Hi, fourth graders. It's Miss Dinkelman, and I'm going to talk to you today again about grammar. And this week, we're going to be doing a review of what we have been learning about, which are plural nouns. Hopefully, you remember what a noun is. Remember, a noun is typically a person, place, or thing. And we use nouns in every sentence, and often they are the subject of the sentences that we write and that we read. And so there are lots of different ways in order to make a noun plural. And so on the first slide that you have, you're going to be able to see that there are so many different ways in order to make plural nouns that we've talked about. The first way and the most common way is simply by adding an S. So your examples there are dogs and flowers. Very simple. Now, with those nouns that end with a CH, SH, X, S, SS, or Z, you must add ES to the end of your word to make plural, and your examples are lunches and boxes. Some words, however, has two or more syllables and it ends with a Y. You have to drop that Y before adding your IES. Your examples are babies and families. And then last week we talked about some of the strange ways that nouns can be changed into plurals. Sometimes if your word ends with an F or an FE, you change that to a V or a VE. For example, you have knife to knives or half to halves. Also, sometimes you can change a vowel sound and the spelling. Examples for that are foot to feet, man to men. And sometimes we add a unique ending to a noun, and in that case, you have child to children. And hopefully, you watched the video that I put on last week, in which you learned that sometimes nouns don't change at all. And so I have a picture here on the first slide here, and you'll notice that these are some baby deer. And so I want you to fill in the blank here and tell me, what is the plural of deer? Okay, so that is the first thing you will do as your assignment this week for grammar. And then you'll be going ahead and you have 2 slides to complete. And you can do these slides over the course of Monday and Wednesday. And the first few are the basic ways in which we've talked about changing nouns. And these are the common ways where you add the S, you add the ES, or you change the Y before adding IES. So this slide, all you're going to do is change these words from a singular to a plural noun in the most common ways. Now, the last slide you're going to do this week is talking about some of those more uncommon ways. And the first one, you just add an S with certain words that end in Y if it has an E in front of it. So you can see some examples there. And sometimes they can be with other vowels in front of the Y that sometimes you do just add an S. And then you have another example here of changing the F's or FEs to V or VE. And then your uncommon nouns are down here where you actually change the words. Sometimes it's the vowels and sometimes you add letters to the end of the word. And then the last way is sometimes they don't change at all. So you can see fish to fish and shrimp to shrimp. So those are the ways in which we make plural nouns. Now, you probably will also have a short quiz, actually an exit ticket that you will take, but that won't be until Friday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all when I get back on Wednesday. So I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you all had fun with all the activities we're doing on Monday for the election. And I hope that you enjoy learning a little bit more this week about plural nouns. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.